All right. No bell word for today. Also, that's my bad.
Lord.
Hey, don't worry about it. I was just playing ball the other day.
Yeah,
Got him.
What's that? What was the fallacy PowerPoint?
Oh my gosh.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna walk you through what we're doing today. Then y'all will get into groups, and we'll kind of give all the trinkets out, and then you'll have 30 minutes to plan your advertising. Y'all can do groups if you'd like. Y'all
So I forgot we were doing that.
It's up to you.
Okay, how many?
I didn't even tell my first hour we were doing this, so this was a complete surprise to them. At least y'all can prepare for it.
I prepared.
The one called ferociously
The
hard.
groups can be between 2 to 3 people. But if you want to be by yourself, you're also allowed to do that. But listen to the PowerPoint I'm about to give, and this will explain a little bit more about the project, all right? You need a charger? Well, we got one right there. Also, we have like an extension cord. Also, that outlet now works. Okay, so second hour. First things first. Even if y'all are in a group, y'all need to individually turn in the slides that we're about to go over, okay? This is how I can keep y'all accountable in your group. So say you do all the work and somebody does nothing, but you're a group, you get the points for what you did, all right? Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay, so each of y'all need to turn in these PowerPoints individually. Remember, it's at the top of the Google screen. I'm gonna walk y'all through it. So, here's what we're doing today, just a quick rundown. Y'all will get into groups of 2 to 3 people or by yourself. It's entirely your decision. Then, what you will do is you will have 30 minutes to come up with your advertisement. And it only has to be a 1-minute presentation, if that up here, all right? All right. Everybody in your group needs a task. So, if there's 2 members in your group, you need to have 2 fallacies for your object. If you're just by yourself, you just need 1. Okay, if you have a group of 3, 3 fallacies. Is that kind of clear? Everybody's responsible for 1 fallacy today for an advertisement. That's like the bare minimum I'm asking y'all. Yes, you do, but if you're feeling a little bit nervous, also if you're a little bit uncomfortable with coming up in front of the class or presenting at your seat, talk to me, let's work something out, okay? Y'all would need to discuss that with me so I don't just give you 0, I understand, and then we can figure something out, all right? So, here's what I'm asking of y'all. Y'all will get your object, any random number, and you'll put it on this slide. You'll say, my object is Dancing Grinch, and then I'll know. Then you'll go to this slide. This slide caused some confusion last hour, so I want to specify it. I want to specify it right now. All you have to do for this one is you're telling the rules. So, if you have 2 people in your group, put your name and their name. And then all you have to do is put the fallacy, don't have to explain the fallacy, in here. So it could be like, Joe Schmo poisoning the well. That's what we're looking for this slide, okay? It's just a random name. And then we will carry on to the next slide, where this is like your scripting process. So you have the fallacies, you have the rules. You will specify your object in this part, and then the scenario you're talking about. So for this slide, in this box, you would be like dicto simpliciter, and then write what you're gonna say or what you're gonna do. Okay? This slide is so you know what your game plan is. All right. Next, what I'm asking y'all to do, this will be due tomorrow, is a self-evaluation. Basically, in 2 to 3 sentences, explain what you did in your group, the fallacy you chose, and just honestly how you feel like you personally did. Give yourself credit. This is the first time we're asking y'all to present something in this class, and you're all freshmen. This is scary, I understand it, but it's really low stakes, okay? This is not a stressful situation. Okay, here's some examples to help you out. This is what I'm looking for in the role slide, what it should look like. Just the name, and then the fallacy, all right? And then, what we're gonna do, just gonna specify the fallacy scenario and talk about it. So, my example. So say I've got two houseplants I'm a big old fan of, Reggie and Rodney. Say Reggie's right here. I come up and I say, do you know plants are alive? Yeah. So whenever you walk past the plant section at Meyer, you actively decide to leave a lonely, sad, and partially clothed plant at the store. They shut off all the lights. All that plant thinks, how come you don't want me, man? That's what that house plant is thinking. Also, if you had taken that plant home, who knows what would have happened? If you would have taken that lonely plant home, your air would be cleaner and you'll be the happiest you've ever been. Exactly. We don't know that. That's the fallacy. That's the point. Also, thanks for catching that Fresh Prince reference I threw in there. All right. And then just an example, like, oh, I was going to my group, I read these lines, I said this for this, and I feel